So, I'm very happy to have you here today, Cecilia, because not only are you the first female surfer we've had here in this fabulous podcast, you are also an ex student who has been able to find a good job and you are now refurbishing your apartment.
Well, for me, it's a pleasure to be here
Oh,
today
thank you. Thank you.
because you helped me a lot when I came back from Peru. That
Yeah.
after we can speak about that.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
And you helped me about my changing to change my job when I was looking for another one.
Yes.
So for me, it's a pleasure to be
No,
here.
thank you. Listen, it wasn't us, it was you. You decided that you were going to make a change and you made a change and the positivity in you is what made you do and achieve what you were able to achieve. Thank you so much. But I think, you have to get the credit for what you did because the decision that you made to make a change in my life, go for it, really paid dividends, as we say in
Yeah.
English, and it was for the best. And now you are refurbishing your flat.
Yes.
How is that going?
Actually, I am moving in, hope, in 3 weeks more or less.
Really?
Yes, and I am moving because, well, we are refurbishing that
Yes,
flat.
yes.
That is the flat where I used to live when I was a child.
Really?
So, yes, I left that flat when I was 7 years old.
Okay, okay.
Then we moved to La Zapateira with my parents.
You're right.
And now my parents decide, like, oh, it's the time that you came back to that flat.
Oh,
So we are living the process of all the refurnishing and that, and
Yes.
looking for the furnitures and that stuff. So
it's
crazy.
a bit complicated. It's a bit
It's
complicated.
crazy, but it's very beautiful the way that to build your house. So
Oh, I'm really proud of you for what you're doing. I think that's wonderful. But let's take it back. Let's take it back. So your name is Cecilia.
yes,
You are from Coruña.
Yes.
You are from Coruña. Your sister Marta, who's a doctor, she is going to be on our podcast too, and our students
Yeah.
will be able to see it. We recorded that a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic, fantastic. It's a
Yeah.
good podcast. So the students should wait for that one. So you were from Coruña, where you studied business, yes?
yeah.
And when you studied business, you went to Madrid.
Yeah, I start to study business here in La Coruña for
Right.
the first 3 years.
Right.
And then after that, I moved to Madrid because I decided that I need more. Because, yes, with 20 years old, you need more than be the same place with the same people and that stuff. And I need to, to meet new things, no?
New experiences.
New experiences. And to be far from my parents, too.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
But tell me something. I mean, it's a big jump to go from Coruña, which is a beautiful city, but a small city, to the mega city of Madrid, with
Yeah.
what 7-8 million people or something crazy. So,
Yeah.
what was that like?
For me, it was fantastic. I loved the time that I spent in Madrid.
Right.
But then arrived one moment that I decided that I need to come back. And it's funny because we were saying that I need to take a distance from my parents when I
Right.
was 20. But
Right.
when I was 28, when that was the age when I came back,
Right.
I need to be close to my parents
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
to be here. And I don't know, I wanted like things more like calm. to
Calmer. Yes, I understand.
To my life, no?
Yes, I understand.
So I think that it depends the age that you have, your mind changes.
Right.
So I always think now with 34 years old
Right.
that when I was 25 years old, I wanted to be like the director and I have that job and that stuff. And now I don't want that. I
Yeah.
can have enough time with my family,
Yes.
with my friends,
Yes.
to be good with myself.
Yes.
That it's so important that
Right.
to have time for oneself.
Yes, it's important.
So, and when I was 25 years old, I only think in going out, having drinks with my friends, and not with my family. I don't know,
Sure.
everything
But-
changed.
but
But
that's-
you mature.
No, absolutely, but that's part of growing
Yeah,
up. Yes,
of
that's that is part of growing up, and I think you were able to achieve that, and that part of your life you experienced, and you decided and you made the decision that look, I need to come back
Yeah.
because home is where the heart lies, as we
Yeah,
say in
of
English.
course. Yeah.
Now, you've come back, and as I mentioned in the intro, you are the first female surfer that we've ever had on this podcast. We had a student called Juan V, and Juan V, I think it's from Murcia, and Juan V was an incredible surfer, but you're the first female surfer.
Well, I am not a surfer. I go to the sea with my board,
Yes.
and I enjoy a lot, and that's. But I can't say I am a surfer. I enjoy a lot in the sea.
Right. But, being a surfer, I remember you telling me that sometimes you went and you used to go in winter.
Yeah,
In winter.
I love it.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that to be a surfer is like a style of life.
Right.
So for me, surfing is so important because you are present in that moment. So
Okay.
it's like a time for me, and it doesn't matter the weather for me,
Right.
because you are with your suit.
Swimsuit, yes, and
you don't feel well, of course, if you the worst days of the year, yes, it's not the best thing, but I have a terrible cold this year for that. Because I was surfing and I was like, oh, I'm very cold, but I still, I want more waves.
Come
and I
on,
said, yeah,
you can
I
do it.
can. That's not going to happen to me. Yes, it happened 1 week with that terrible cold.
Oh my word!
Things that happen.
The things that happen when
Yeah.
you're surfing. But now before we started recording, you told me that you're taking up yoga
Yeah.
because you find that more mindful.
Yeah.
Mindful. Tell us about yoga. How is yoga
It's
going?
so important. I have a lot of hobbies.
Right.
And now, for example, I like yoga and surf. I look at sports that make me be in the moment, in the
Right.
present moment.
Right.
Because my mind works very, very, very quick.
Fast, yeah.
Yeah, very fast.
Right.
So I need to be present. And yoga for me, it makes like the 1 hour or whatever, the time that I am like doing my practice,
Right.
I am present. And for me,
Right.
it's so important because
Okay.
we are totally disconnected of ourselves.
Okay.
So yes, I am like a
So-
little
so-
bit mystic.
No, but I think it's really important for you to find yourself.
Yeah.
And anything that helps you find yourself, I think, is wonderful. I'm so happy that you have had the opportunity to do that. Now, you are in a new company, and what is it that you do in your new company?
Well, I am key account manager and project manager
Okay.
of a marketing agency.
Okay, it's marketing
Yeah.
agency based here in Coruña.
Yeah, here in La Coruña.
Okay.
Siete Olas is the name. Waves.
7 Waves.
Yeah.
Well done. A shout out to 7 Waves. I think that's wonderful that you made the change and now you are
Yeah.
in a job and you're happy in the job. And I think that's the most important.
Yeah, the thing is that when I decided to give up my last job,
Right.
I had a burnout,
Right.
and I start the podcast speaking about that.
Right.
I went to Peru
Yes.
because I had that burnout and I need time to think.
Right.
And I think that it was the first time that I allowed myself to think in me.
About you. Yes.
And to be in front of my fears and say what I want for my life.
Okay.
And I think that it's important to say that to people, that it doesn't matter what people say to you. The thing that matters is what you want, really want, and be present and be with you. And it's so difficult because now you have a lot of stimulations.
Yes. Stimulation.
outside.
Yes. External stimuli
Yeah.
outside. Yes.
So to be present without a plan, for me, it was so difficult. But it was so grateful for me, and now I feel very good that I took that decision and I did it. So I empower all people that they aren't happy with their lives, that they can change that.
And go for it and
Yeah.
do it. I think that's a wonderful message. I think that's a really powerful and important message, and more people need to try.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, for good or for bad, that you have tried, and I think it takes a lot of courage. But we might have to understand and respect people also, that a big part of it is fear.
Yeah.
And many people are afraid of change and what it might mean for them. But I'm so glad you did that.
Well, in my case, it was easy because I don't have children. I didn't have
Commitments. You didn't have many commitments
So
with
in that
you.
moment, I have a family that supports me so much.
That's very important, yes.
So important, because if not, I couldn't take that decision.
Right.
So
It is like that.
yeah.
Well, that's wonderful, my friend. Now, look, we come to the end of the interview, in which we ask you 5 questions,
Okay.
quick fire questions, and you have to answer the first thing that comes into your mind. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's
I
go
think
with the
so.
first one. What's your favorite holiday?
Well, when I went to Peru.
Okay, Peru for you is
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Change
Peru.
minds.
Peruvian cuisine, Peruvian food is
Yeah,
amazing. So
amazing.
I would definitely, that's somewhere I would like to visit too. Speaking about that, what's your favorite food?
Croquetas of my mom.
Oh, your mom's croquetas. So croquettes, as you say in English, but I think
Yes,
it's better in
croquettes,
Spanish.
yeah.
Croquetas. I love it too. Oh, your mom's croquetas.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love them.
I'm going to have to taste some of that before I can make a judgment on that, my
Well,
friend.
my fathers are good too, so you can ask him for them.
I will ask Jose. I will ask your dad. What's your favorite part of this city?
I think the area of Orthan
Oh.
to see a sunset there.
Oh, the golden hour, you mean? With the by the beach right there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's a
Yeah.
good call. You know, no one has said that Orthan yet. We've had people that said the marina. We've had people that said Monte San Pedro with the eagle eye
Yeah.
view, and the promenade. But Orthan Beach. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Favorite type of music?
I have a lot of type of music, and it depends of the moment of the day where I am. So I can, I like, for example, a lot Ludovico.
Okay.
When I have to be concentrate,
Okay.
then I listen reggaeton,
Right.
indie, whatever.
Whatever takes your fancy, whatever's got whatever mood you are in, that's what you listen to. I'm the same. Easy listening, it's called in English.
Yeah,
Easy listening.
it's a listening.
That's the way. And your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I will say the Society of the Snow
Oh,
of Bayona.
That-
Well, it's very.
is that the one with the rugby players from Uruguay? Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's very hard,
Oh.
but I love how people react
To that.
to that.
To that situation.
So
Now, the question I have to ask is, what would you do?
I will lead.
Your friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to survive. It's better to be survived than everyone die.
I'm so sorry, best friend, but I have to do what I have to do.
He is dead.
He's
so-
dead. Or maybe sometimes they weren't even dead. You're like, oh, he looks dead. So here we go. Eat fresh meat.
It was so difficult but I don't know.
Well, listen. Thank you so much, Cecilia. It was an absolute pleasure to have you here and to hear from you. It was excellent having you here as a student, and we made some incredible progress. Well, it's mainly because of you and your. The way that you feel about learning, especially languages, I think
Yeah.
is amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have thank you so much. Have a wonderful time, and we need to get you back here because you speak very well, and I'm sure the students
When you want.
want to hear more from you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.